Well, not only were we able to launch and test this boat out, but we were able to pull it back out of the water too. That was a feat. So now I've got the alternator here completely disassembled, and I'm trying to figure out what went wrong with it. Obviously it's seen better days. Now what I noted here is the brushes don't look so hot, and funnily enough, there's this little disconnected condenser slash coil here. I found this screw just floating around inside the chassis here, so that could have been a problem. I'm probably going to reassemble this one, but I've also got, hopefully, its identical twin. This was courtesy of the Island Dump, and lo and behold, it is the very same 2-wire alternator. Well, it looks a little different here because I've taken some pieces off, but essentially we might just be able to take the one, pop in the other, and have a running, charging boat. I'm going to reassemble this one first, but I think I'm going to take the back cover off of here to compare what's in here versus what's in here. Probably break them both in the process. That'll be great. So through the magic of television, I've opened up the new alternator. The inside of this one seems a lot cleaner. It's a Delco Remy. I think this was a knockoff. But this, you'll note, is actually attached the way it should be. These brushes actually look a little more worn than these brushes. I mean, they're a different shape, so I don't know why this has a hole in it. I think it's so that you can temporarily put something in there to get it started and then pop that out after the fact. So this alternator may not have had anything wrong with it. It's cleaner looking on the inside. It's probably had a lot less run time. Outside's definitely just as ugly. So I think I'm going to reassemble the original after bolting that little thing down, and then I'm going to reassemble this one, and I'll just have to put one in, see what it does, put the other in, see what it does, and maybe we'll get lucky. Just like that, back together. Now, I don't know if you can guess which one is an original part and which one is a cheap aftermarket. The answer is this is the original part. And by original, I mean this is an official, original Mercruiser part. This is some cheap knockoff aftermarket that's designed to look like the original part. This one's much heavier. This one's much lighter. So now, I'm going to hook these back up to the wiring harness. It's just a 2-wire harness, pretty much like this. I'm going to put this back in the bracket, and rather than fire up and run the engine, I'm going to turn the key on and watch the multimeter while I spin this by hand with a drill. My hope is that I will see voltage being generated by one of these, either now that I've fixed this one, or that this one worked all along. Although this one has weaker brushes, this one looks like it has better brushes. I don't think I can reverse those. But I did attach the condenser back to this one. So this could be fine, this could be fine. We'll see. Now, the question is, which direction? We'll find out. It has voltage. Why don't we have voltage? There's voltage. Alright, so we got 9 because the coil's hot. Oh, not quite what we want. Highly scientific process. And yes, I am holding the GoPro in my teeth. Just thought you'd like to know that. Okay. 12.7. 12.69. What about the other direction? Well, this empirical test is clearly working perfectly. On to 12.84 volts. Different alternator hooked up. Power on. We're now at 12.81, 12.8. 12.77, that doesn't look encouraging. 12.76. 12.75, how about the other way? 12.74. 12.73. Last chance. No joy. I must have some wiring wrong. Score 1 for self-starting alternators. 14 volts. I don't know why it's running like shit right now. But it's running. Doing what it should.